All right, hello guys. Welcome to Vibe with Spiderwan, where everything you need to know is here. We entertain, we teach, we do everything that everyone likes. And today, I'm going to give you, I'm going to bring you the coolest tech tips and tricks to level up your digital life. Whether you are a new person or a tech pro, there's something here for everyone. Now let's dive into the well of technology one bit at a time. Now today, in today's tutorial, I'm going to take you through a programming language, though we don't call this a programming language, but in a simple way, it is a programming language. I'm going to take you through an introduction to HTML. And when we talk of HTML, HTML is a standard makeup language for creating web pages. You can use it to create a web page. You can use it to design your website and then add more things to beautify your website. Now ask yourself, what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is a standard markup language for creating web pages, and HTML describes the structure of a web page. HTML also consists of a series of elements. HTML elements tell the browser how to display the content. HTML elements label pieces of content such as this is a heading and this is a paragraph and this is also a link and many more. Now in a simple HTML, let's see if we want to do, let's say in a simple HTML elements, we have a sample code here, and I'm just trying to put it here. We have a sample code, and these are a code that I will be explaining a bit by bit. Now let's come here. We have the first element, the first code, which is this thing. We have it here, which is this, and the bracket open, exclamation mark with doc type HTML bracket close. This one, it is a declarations. The declaration defines that this document is an HTML5 document or HTML document, and with the HTML, which is this one, the HTML, that is bracket open HTML bracket close, the element is the root element of an HTML page. It is telling you about a page of an HTML. Now let's come to the head. The head is an element that contains a meta information about the HTML page. Now let's come to this, the title, which is this. The title element specifies a title for the HTML page, which shows in the browser title bar or in the page tab. Now let's look at the body. I will talk about the head, so this is the second head. We're talking about the body here, and the body element define the document's body, and it is a container for all the visible content such as the headings, the paragraph, the images, hyperlinks, tables, lists, and many more. Now when we come to this, we have something like this, into bracket HTML bracket less than open HTML and then bracket less than greater than. So now we have this as my first heading. So this describe the element. It describe the what, the largest element, where the H1 is the largest element in HTML. When we have the P, which is what, it describes it is an element that defines a paragraph. So that is why I have made an example here with the title. You can see that title is here. So when you put title, let's say Vibe with Spiderwan. All right, so I'm just trying to make a sample. You can go with me through this video, and then at the end you will not regret. You are enjoying my tutorial. If you are enjoying my tutorial, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, and then you will get more videos concerning about programming. We have many things to do in this channel, so subscribe, click the notification bell, also like, comment my videos, and then anytime I drop a video you can get more. Now I'm just coming here to do my first heading. Let me just type, this is coffee. This is coffee. Now we need a paragraph here. And then Kofi is 9 years old. 9 years, oh sorry. Kofi is 9 years old. Now we have the closed body and then the closed HTML here. That's the element that root the root element of an HTML page. And we also have the body here, which is the closed body, and it defines the document's body. So with the closing tag, it can give you the easiest way to define the document type. Now, before we go in, what is an element? Let's ask ourselves, what is an element? An HTML element is defined by a start tag, some content, and an end tag. And when we talk of the those tags, we have the tag name, which is this one, like the title here is the tag name. And we also have the content here. Sorry, I was trying to type vibe. So the content here, or the body here, and we also have the closing tag. And this is the closing tag, or the close tag. So the HTML element is everything from the start tag to the end tag. Like we have the H1 here, which is, let's say this is Kofi, and we have the closing tag here too. Now with the paragraph, which is this is the start tag. The paragraph, we have the start tag, and also the start tag is this, and we have the close tag, or the end tag, which is also this one. Now let's look at the start tags. We have we also, before you can go into HTML, you need a web browser, either a Chrome or Opera Mini, or any web browser that you can have on your computer. So now we are going to run with this particular code that we have just typed into our system. And but before you can, the purpose of a web browser, like, let me talk, if we are talking of the web browsers, I told you the example that you can get. We have the Chrome browser, the Edge, the Firefox, the Safari. This is to record or read the HTML documents and display them correctly so that you can do your correction. A browser does not display the HTML tags, but uses them to determine how to display the document. So we'll be doing an example, and then you see. So before we can do all these things, we have the HTML page writer, which is this thing, and then we have our code here. Now below here is the visualizations of the HTML page writer, and we have everything here that is from beginning to end. And I'm talking of this content inside the body section will be displayed in a browser. The content inside, that is the title element, will be shown in the browser title bar or in the page tab. And we have the HTML history. Since the early days of the World Wide Web, there have been many versions of HTML. That is from 1989. We have Tim Berners-Lee invented the www, that is the World Wide Web. And 1991, we have Tim Berners-Lee invented the HTML. And from 1993, we have Dave Reget drafted the HTML plus. And 1995, the HTML working group defined the HTML 2.0 version. And from there, 1997, we have the W3C recommendation, which is the HTML 3.2. That's the version. We also have 1999, which is the W3C recommendation for the version of HTML 4.01. And when we come to 2000, we have the W3C, which is recommendation of the XHTML 1.0 version. 2008, we have the WHATWG HTML5 first public draft. And from there, we also have 2012, which is the WHATWG HTML5 living standard. And in 2014, we have the W3C recommendation, which is the HTML5. And now 2016 we have W3C candidate candidate recommendation, like we have the HTML version 5.1, and the 2017 we have the W3C recommendation HTML 5.1 second edition, and 2017 again we have W3C recommendation, which is the HTML 5.2. Now this tutorial follows the latest HTML standard, and as I'm talking about, let us run the code, the simple code that I just did here, and in my next video you'll get to know more about the HTML editors, the HTML basic, the HTML elements, the attributes, the headings, the paragraph, the styles, formatting, the quotations, the comments, the colors, then the CSS, the links, images, and many more. So we also have the page title, tables, list, block and inline, the div, the classes, ID, iframes, JavaScript, file paths, and many. So when I'm talking about this, we also have the head, as we talked earlier. We have the layout, responsive, the computer code. In fact, so we have a lot to learn in this channel. So what I'm trying to do now is let us run our code, and we see how things will go in for us. This is just our first introduction of HTML, and I'm just trying to let you understand the elements. That's the introduction of what HTML, where we have this code example. And before you save an HTML file, let's get a software called a Sublime Text, or any notepad, or any Word document, like Word document, but I advise you should get a Sublime Text. You can go to the internet and download a Sublime Text. So let me just give you a where you can get this particular website. Just go to Google, say you are downloading, or just type Sublime Text, something like this. Then you click Sublime Text download. When you click on this, you get the main website, which is this one. Then you click on it. So when you click on it, you get the Windows version, which is also available as portable version. So you click on this, then you can also scroll down to see the interface of this particular website, how things are, the particular version of this, or the latest version of this Sublime Text. So let me just click on Windows, because we are using Windows. Maybe if you are using Mac OS, it's different. If you are using Linux, it's also different. But I recommend that you should download the Windows version. So click on Windows, then you see all these things. Then you see that automatically it has been giving you where to save. Now I'll just click save, then it will start downloading. As you can see, it have only 50 megabytes. So when you save, when you download and finish, then you can now install it. I already have it on my system. So what I'll need to do here is I just go to my softwares folder, and then I'll go and open the Sublime Text. I have my these are my programming software, so I just open my Sublime Text here. So when I click on it and open, it will give me something like this. Then I extract it, or I run it. Then I click on it, yes. Then I have to now click on install next. Then when I click on next, then it says get ready to install. When you click, then it will now start to install for you. But I've already installed it, so there's no need for me to install this particular website again, software again. So I'll just close it. Now let's go back. This is our HTML file. Our web browser. So this is our HTML text that we type into our Sublime Text. So before you type, we need to type, we need to save it. And when you save it, you don't just save it with a name that you want. But how do you save? You save it with a name that when you want to run it, then it will be okay for you. So you get start, like, let me say my HTML introduction, my HTML intro. Then you bring full stop, then HTML. meaning that you are working with an HTML file. So with this, when you save it, let me just give you this. Let us because we are starting with this, let us organize our data so that we can save a file, a folder in our desktop, and anytime we come to create any code, we can get it easily. So I'm clicking on desktop to create a new folder here. So when I create a new folder, I'll just say my HTML. So meaning all what I'm going to be teaching you is going to be inside here. And now let me just save, because I told you, remember to do this. You can space, you can decide to also do something like this. You can decide to bring all these things, yes, something like this, then you save. So when you save, you close this thing. Now when you come to your desktop, when you go to your desktop, you will get the folder that you save. I'm going to check on my desktop and bring it here. This is the folder here. So you open it, and when you open it, this is what we save. Then you double click on it and you get to see how it has opened for you. Now you see what? You see that in our code, let me just open it here and bring it like this. We have the document type, which is this they explain the HTML, and then we have HTML, the head, and also with the title we have Vibe with Spiderwan. So you see that in the title here we have it here, Vibe with Spiderwan. So we describe the what. If it is a website, that means that you are seeing this on your website, Vibe with Spiderwan. As you can see, Vibe with Spiderwan. Now let's come here. We have the heading, which is what? This is coffee. Or we can just, let me just type something like this. My first web page. Let's type everything in caps. My first web page. Okay, then we save. You can press Ctrl+S and save it, or you come here and save. Then you come and refresh your page here, and you see that it has changed. My first web page. It is easy to develop a website, yes, but you don't have to be lazy. Now you can come and give here. This is Kofi. As you can see, Kofi is 9 years old. It has displayed. Let's change this thing to, let me say, a motto. My first web page. Yes, so teaching in tech. Teaching in tech, sorry. Teaching in tech. So now let's save it again. So when we save it, we come and refresh our page here. As you can see, I hope you can see teaching tech. Yeah, so we can just put anything here. This one describes the opening tag of a paragraph, a heading, and then a closing tag of a heading. And this is an opening tag of a heading, and this is what? The closing tag. This is an opening tag of a paragraph, and this is also the closing tag of the paragraph. So you see that the paragraph, it has not continued from here, but it has come to down of my first web page. So this is how we work with HTML. And then in our next video, as I told you, I'll be working with you again. Then enjoy yourself. Now that is all for today. And Tech Essentials, we like, we teach, we motivate. So remember, with tech, the possibilities are endless, and nobody is a master in tech. If you enjoy this, hit that like button, share with your squad or your friends, your family, everybody, and don't forget to subscribe for more tech vibes. Stay curious and stay tech. Let's catch up with Spiderwan in the next video, where we'll be having another exposite of HTML, which is the editors, the basic, the elements, and the attributes. Thank you, and God bless you for watching this video.